this thing open.
You know how like advent calendars for kids, those chocolates?
Yeah. Yep. We got one.
I'm like that with pumpkin pie.
No, it's my first Marvel movie. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, you got to see a Marvel movie in theaters." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll go see Spider-Man."
Maybe they should have been in there because I have some opinions on why Georgia is in the playoffs. They should not be in the playoffs.
Oh my god!
Why should
Not
they?
you.
They just lost.
Welcome to the Beer and Sports Podcast. I am Josh Wingate, Josh Wingate 302, as you can see as I bring up our display names. And he is Josh Kimmel OUS. There we go. Oh, we are part of the Fins Talk Sports Network. Follow us at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch at Mugs and Balls, and follow the network on the same platforms at Fins Talk Sports. How's it going today, bud?
Pretty good, man. I'm over here setting up my last minute over under underdogs, not sponsored yet. Monday Night Football is about to start. We have 11 minutes, and I'm trying to figure out. Maybe you want to help me.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go.
Do I go over or under on these bets real quick? I'm in Florida. We don't believe in COVID. We don't believe in masks. We don't believe in having a license to carry a gun, but we can't gamble. So we call them higher or lower here in Florida because we can't gamble. So off the rip, real quick, Josh Jacobs. Higher or lower, 23.5 receiving yards. That's the one I want to play.
Ooh.
That's the one I want to play. I don't want to play anything else besides the receiving yards. 23.5, you pick. In the chat, I see some of y'all watching. Hit that like button too. Subscribe. Let me know. 23.5 Josh Jacobs receiving yard.
I am going to go lower because Josh Jacobs has been a complete dud.
All right.
You want to go higher, don't you?
I already went higher. I'm going the opposite of you. All right, next one on my list. I'm doing 3 because you have to do 3 on the Underdog app.
Who are they playing? I don't even know who they're playing because there's a more important game right now.
Packers.
Okay.
All right, so here, Christian Watson, 48.5 receiving yards. Higher, lower. Guys in the chat, help me out. Josh has no idea what's going on. All right, we're going higher. In the last one.
Where did you go?
I'm higher.
Okay. Yeah,
the last one on my list, not today. I haven't allowed to. Last one on my list. I'm going to go Jacoby Myers. Higher, lower, 4.5 receptions.
Jacoby Myers. Jesus, this guy.
Higher, lower, 4.5 receptions.
I'm going to go lower. He's going to get 3 receptions.
All right, I'm going, because I'm like Creed. Can you take me higher? $10. $10 wins me 60. I just placed the contest. It's done, baby. It's done. So let's root it on for Josh Kimmel tonight. I'm hyped. Last time you saw me, I wasn't.
Yeah. No, you weren't. How you doing? How you feeling?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I am in zero pain. I am not
That's amazing.
Worried about anything. I'm sucking on these fake protein shakes. These are not what you want to drink if you want to build muscle. These are just a cheap option. This is blended protein.
Those are meal replacement shakes.
Well, they say high performance protein shakes.
No, those are meal replacement shakes.
But if you read the ingredients, protein blend is the first thing you see. You don't want to see that, people, if you want to build muscle. But this is what I've had for the past 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
Just this.
Yeah.
But I feel great.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. No, that's amazing. I'm glad you're feeling great. Feeling good. Ooh. Phillies just hit a 3-run? Nope.
We're worried about baseball. We're worried about
baseball right now because the Phillies are playing the Braves. I don't know what's happening right now. The Phillies are playing the Braves. The Braves are, as you know, the best team in baseball. And they're up 1-0 right now in the series. And they are winning 4-0 right now.
Let me talk to you about baseball. Just real quick.
Oh, I know. You don't want anything to do with baseball right now.
Let's talk about baseball real quick. Before we get on to Tua, which I really don't want to talk about, but we'll talk about him.
We're not talking about Tua.
No, we'll talk about the Miami Dolphins offense because I have a great analogy about the Dolphins offense. Baseball. I live in Tampa. We all know. Yada, yada, yada. Apparently, they're already out of the playoffs. Apparently, they lost. Apparently, nobody showed up to the games. Apparently, the attendance was like 18,000 people.
I hear that kid on YouTube. Apparently,
I don't know who that is.
You haven't seen that the kid getting interviewed? He's getting interviewed, and you're like, "What do you think about the amusement park?" Apparently, this is my first time at an amusement park.
I just don't understand that baseball was on, and I didn't know about it, and it was playoff baseball, and the Rays got swept, and I had no idea it
Mhm.
even started. First off, that's a problem here in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Second off, because casual people should know when the games start, they're at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock on a Tuesday and like on a Thursday. Who the hell's going to that game?
Yeah,
Who?
that's the issue baseball has right now.
Huge. Now, is
Yeah.
it? Now, I'm asking you: is it nationwide or is it just a Tampa Bay problem?
No, it's market wide. Small markets are definitely getting the brunt of that. And as you know, Tampa is a small market, even though they're one of the best teams in the MLB. They start off hot. They started going. They're still a small market, so they're going to get the early games. And teams like the Phillies playing the Marlins, Miami and Philadelphia playing, got the late game. So
It's tragic because I'll tell you what, nobody showed up at the Chop, and it's a huge talking point here, especially in a Bucks bye week where they don't have to talk about Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans and who their opponent is. The entire week of
yeah,
sports radio was how embarrassing was it? We only got 18,000 people in the Tropicana field, and all the players are like, "Yeah, I mean, we've seen this place 32,000 people, and it's rocking. It's pretty
yeah,
sad when half the people don't show up." Guys, we didn't know it was going on. First off, and second off, how am I going to get off work?
yeah.
How am I going to take my kids out of school
That's
to
the
go to a
thing.
baseball game?
Baseball
Ridiculous.
just continues to get this wrong, where the NFL continues to get it right. Like baseball is not finding, and we've talked about this on previous shows. Baseball is not finding that new generation of fans. Um, NFL is their baseball's idea of let's get a new generation of fans is let's have a game at the Little League World Series. No, that's not going to do it. Do what NFL did. What was it last week? A couple weeks ago, where they had the Toy Story game, and my daughter, who wants nothing to do with sports, saw the Toy Story game, and she said, "Oh, I'll watch that with you, Daddy." And she sat down and literally watched the game with me. And then she would rather see the Phillies than the Cowboys. So the Phillies came on, and she was like, "Daddy, is this a Toy Story game?" And I said, "No, it's not." She's like, "Okay, tell me when it's a Toy Story game, and I'll watch it with you."
Yeah. Well, hockey does the same thing. For hockey, they do Big City Greens on ESPN once in a while. So, they'll actually have the play. Like, if you watch Big City Greens, they'll actually have
Yeah,
the people from the show as hockey players. Like, oh, Bill Green's over there playing goaltender.
yeah,
It's fun for the kids. NHL's like they're not the biggest sport in the world, but they're also not having playoff games at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday.
yeah.
It's ridiculous. If you want to have a day baseball game, have it on Saturday, Sunday. You can get away with it maybe on a Friday. But you're
Like,
telling me the Rays finished their season like on a Monday, and then the first wild card game is two damn games later. I didn't even know tickets went on sale. And I live here.
yeah. How like
That's a
how
problem.
how much easier is it to do this with baseball? What the NFL and the NHL are doing? Like, there's less moving parts to the game. You can have SpongeBob pitching on the mound. You can have Patrick
But
the catcher. You
but
could do a lot of stuff.
it's beyond the television. It's beyond that, Josh. It's making the games. It's like I said, the NHL is not putting on playoff games at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Yeah, no, I know.
The NFL is not putting on, the wild card on wild card Wednesdays. They're not doing that.
Yeah, no, they're
But
not going on
baseball
Thursday
is,
night football. They stopped Thursday night football before the playoffs, and they'll have them on Saturdays.
because it's ridiculous to ask people like me I would have loved to gone to a Rays baseball game this year, a playoff game. I would have gone. If you're
Yeah.
telling me Saturday 1 o'clock, I would have been there. You're telling me Sunday at 11 o'clock, I would have been there. You're telling me Sunday at 7 a.m., I would have been there. But Wednesday at 1, when we have jobs, when we have responsibilities, we can't drop. It's not like the NCAA tournament where it's scheduled, it's known. Oh,
Yeah,
we're getting the first, second round in Tampa Bay or Philadelphia, and it's known in advance
yeah.
so you can
got
make
like
time.
a 2-day period of making plans,
It's
and
impossible.
yeah, it's not happening.
No.
It's ridiculous. Baseball, like I said, continues to get this wrong, and they need to figure out a way to get this right. They're not making. They're pushing you towards a game that is not very good on the TV. They're pushing you to watch it on TV. when they should be pushing you to watch it live, because the baseball experience, a live baseball game, when it's the stadium's rocking, it's intense. Like they literally have a built-in game that just has every pitch you're hanging on, especially in the playoffs. That moment is just unreal. And to not encourage people to go to the game and just encourage people to watch it on TV. And I get that's where they make their money, but encourage people to go to the stadium, encourage that. And
How much money are they making at a 1:00 start time?
yeah,
On a
but
Wednesday.
it's the TV contracts that they get is where they're making their money.
I know, but I want to know, are the ratings up? Like, what tells me, like, hey, if you put Tampa Bay and I couldn't even tell you who they played. I couldn't even tell you who the Rays played in the first round.
Do they play Texas?
I don't know. Nor do I care. I'm glad it's over. Goodbye.
No.
See ya. See you in April. Don't care.
Orioles are getting walloped too.
Don't care. I will watch 0 playoff games this year. Do not care.
Well, you need to watch the Phillies, because the Phillies are playing the best team in baseball, and they are up 4-0 with 1 game up on them. If they go 2 games up, they just need to win 1 more.
Just like you, if my Lightning make the Stanley Cup, you watched it. If your Phillies make the World Series, I'll watch it. I won't watch any other games besides that. It's meaningless. It's, to me, baseball is just meaningless. It's, people say times change, things change, and I heard this comparison on our local radio station from actually a good friend of mine. Oh, 2011, the Rays played at 4, and there was no problem there. There was 32,000 people. 2011, eggs didn't cost $16 a goddamn carton. Gas wasn't $8 a gallon, whatever it is now. And plus, we had time to understand when the game was processed then. I remember 2011. We had plenty of time to know when the game was, when the start time was, and who we played. This year, the season ends. All right, you're playing Texas, 2 games. Here, you have 2 days to buy tickets. Didn't give me enough time to plan. So F you, baseball. You're out of my life. I'm glad. Peace out. Moving on to bigger, better things. Hockey season starts. Matter of fact, I'm looking at my schedule. My first hockey game is 10/19, which is just 10 days away.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked. I have 20 hockey games to go to this year. I love it. Let's go. Let's go hockey.
So you're saying hockey starts 10/19?
No, that's when my first game is on my season tickets.
Thanks.
I know.
When does hockey actually start?
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. I'm so checked out. Ever since, I will say this. Hey, what's up, Raphael? Thanks for coming aboard again. Always love you showing up. You're a good guy. Didn't like Tua. 102-yard pick 6. Decision was bad. Tua had a reek. Look, I said on top of the show, you might not have seen it, Raphael. I don't want to talk bad about Tua today. I don't want to talk great about Tua today. I just want to enjoy life.
Here's the thing. I thought the defense played well. They got sacked. You can say they didn't play well because they allowed a down Giants team score. Some, if they did score some, did they score any on the offensive side of the ball? I can't remember that. But we'll make this transition. But we'll talk about Tua just wanted to keep them in the game. Like he didn't want to separate. It seemed like every time this team was about to separate even further, they had this opportunity of, let's throw a pick this way, 102-yard pick, as Raphael said. Let's also throw an egregious pick over to the right side.
Forced.
Yeah.
It seemed to me, it seems like this. And I was, everything I say, take with a grain of salt, because I was on some good pain medicine and I was not all there. Because if you don't know, I had dental surgery, removed a ton of teeth, and knocked out the whole weekend. I was knocked out. So as I was watching the game, I'm thinking the Dolphins look like this, because I play a lot of Madden. Madden's like my go-to. Used to be hardcore into it, right? There's these players, there's these guys who play Madden who suck, who absolutely are trash, but they know the glitch plays, the cheat plays that you can just 69-yard run, touchdown, 100-yard touchdown pass like to Tyreek. That's who the Dolphins are. They're the shitty 8-year-old kid who sucks at Madden, who just knows these glitch plays and knows when to run them, when to run them. And then when they get to the red zone, they have this confidence. Like Tua had this confidence. I'm getting this ball in that tight window, and I don't care if it's going to be picked off, return 102 back to the end zone. That's what happened. He thought, no doubt, he was going to make it through that window.
No
He got
way.
too cocky.
There's no way he thought that. He just did not see the three defenders that were around him.
No, I think he's like, in his mind, I'm balling this year. I'm throwing up 50 touchdowns.
Maybe.
I'm just going to be the fucking man.
He threw.
Didn't. That's what happened. That's just what I saw. I might be wrong.
He had the triangle defense on that receiver. He had a defender over top of him. Yes. And he had two defenders on either side of the guy. And he actually thought he was going like he just didn't see the defenders. He really didn't.
The thing is with this, after the win, I'm like, let's go because they got to win. Like to me, I don't care win lose. Winning is winning, right? Yeah. Winning is winning. Losing is losing. Either way you look at it. And the way I looked at it, I was like, oh, cool, Dolphins won, awesome. Moving on. How's my fantasy teams doing? But then I go on Twitter and I see Brett. I see a couple other guys from the network. Nothing negative because you guys are all awesome, but just like, oh, they played sloppy. Oh, this and that. I'm like, they fucking won.
Did they? This is the thing.
They won.
They play sloppy?
What's happening?
The run game was really good. Like
really good.
Still, like
unbelievable.
The offensive line played well. I felt like the receivers played well. Tua had some questionable throws, but overall he played well.
I think Tua's playing too cocky. I don't care what anyone says. You might say he's not reading the defense well. I think he's just too confident.
No, I'm not saying that. I think
you sit there. I would agree. There. You open the Miami Herald. You're like, oh, Miami's kicking ass. Tua is the best. Tua is that. He's thinking I'm the fucking man now. Last year, y'all thought I was on the ground concussed. This year, I'm a fucking god. And now he thinks he's unbeatable. Seriously, that's the way I saw things yesterday, on Sunday, yesterday. But I was okay with it. I want my quarterback to feel that way.
No, and I agree. I feel like, and the issue with Tua, and I think it's been said a lot, if he gets off of his timing, he gets a little frazzled. He felt that last week. But I will say, don't sleep on the Giants' defense. Like, while their offense is not good, because they don't have Saquon, Daniel Jones is just, oh my gosh, he is so bad this year. Their defense is still really, really good. So for what this offense did against that defense, it's impressive. So let's not act like the offense was supposed to run all over, throw all over the Giants defense. They're still one of the top defenses in the league. So I thought it was impressive.
I agree with 100% with all that. And if you didn't catch the beginning of the show, I did want to say I didn't even get to talk to you about it pre-show. We have 1,000 Dolphins shows that are way more qualified to talk about the Dolphins specifically. If you want like hardcore insight, go see them because they really know what they're talking about. I was just a guy. You know what you're talking about. That's why I want to get to you. That's why I want to get to you on this next game, and it's already come up in the chat because I do want to get to the Cowboys. Last week we didn't get to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I texted you before the game, and I said, "Josh, are you going to stay up and watch this shit show?" I didn't say that, but are you going to stay up and watch this disaster? Did you stay up and watch the entire?
I did.
Game?
I watched all of it. What I can easily tell you is the same thing I felt week 2, and I went to Twitter and talked to Cowboy fans, and I was concerned about this offense. Like, this offense is just struggling. We don't have a running back that can actually carry the load. I don't think Tony Pollard is that dude.
What?
Yeah, I don't.
Have I been fucking vindicated on this network right now? I don't know if you guys know that, but I've been saying Zeke is the reason why Pollard was good.
I don't know if it was Zeke was the reason, because Zeke is garbage.
Zeke was garbage, but the years he was awesome, Pollard was also awesome behind him because he was a change of pace guy.
What I will say is I don't think Dak Prescott is, and I said this last year, I don't think Dak Prescott is a great quarterback. You'll see a lot of Cowboy apologists come out there and say, Dak is amazing, blah, 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 you're crazy. I think Dak on paper is really good, but Dak doesn't have that it factor to allow him to win games like against the 49ers. I really don't think he has that. So while everyone's trashing the defense, I don't think it's a defensive problem. Yeah, they put up 40-some points, but the first half, I think the Cowboys had 2 minutes of possession.
Mm-hmm. They were getting
So,
dominated, man. It was bad.
yeah,
I think it's a coaching problem. I think it's
I do too.
McCarthy. I think it's McCarthy. I think it's just I describe the Cowboys as missionary.
But
They're
it's a
they,
point to
for real
it's a
though.
here's the thing though. It's a point of saying it's a coaching problem every single year. Ultimately, you have to look at it and say it's a cultural problem.
Owner problem.
Yeah, it's a culture problem with the Dallas Cowboys. And I said this last year. I said I would sell out for um can't even think of his name right now. Can see his face.
Is it
TB12, Tom Brady.
okay, Tom Brady.
I said I would sell out for Tom
My
Brady.
guy.
Because I think he would change the culture of the Dallas Cowboys. So
Yeah.
that's what Dallas needs. They need a culture change.
They need a culture change. They need something. They need a kick in the ass because right now that offense is bad.
Yeah.
And when you have CD Lamb and Dak Prescott who can sling it, and Tony Pollard's not a terrible running back.
No.
The problem is the play calling, man. Like I watched the game and I'm thinking it's the same play call every single series.
If you followed Des Bryant on Twitter, he was just laying into him. He's like, I can tell you every single time they run from under center and they throw in shotgun.
Yes, I agree.
Exactly what they do. Like you need to mix it up. You can't
agree.
do that. Like this offense is so predictable. And they don't move people around. Like you see the great offenses in this league, they move players around.
Motion,
Miami Dolphins, they have motions 85% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're the number one offense. And then the 49ers, I think they have like the third or fourth best offense.
Look at the Lions. Lions move a lot of players around as well.
Yeah.
You need that pre-snap motion, and they're not getting it. Dallas is very vanilla offensively. It's not going to get it done. But sadly, I think they're still the best team in that division. I don't think. I mean, the Eagles are better.
Yeah,
Eagles are better. Eagles are better.
I wouldn't even say that. I don't know that. The Eagles have looked pretty bad this year.
Not bad.
And not bad. Just bad to their standards.
You sound like the Dolphins fans who are mad that Tua played sloppy in a win. Come on.
No. I think I'm saying to the Eagles standards of last couple of years, they have not looked good.
Tyrod Taylor can have a revenge game against the Bills. That would be great if Tyrod Taylor came out and had a revenge game against the Bills and balled out. Can we pivot to another game? And I have a question.
Yeah.
Would you be mad if from week 5 right now? From week 6 on, Denver and the Jets played every week. And the winner of that series gets the first pick.
You're saying who plays?
Jets and the Broncos. Because the Broncos are the only team that can make the Jets look good with Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
And I believe that the Broncos can only get a win.
I think the Jets
if they play the Jets. I don't know. I want to see it again. That to me was the most entertaining game of the weekend. I loved it. I'm thinking, wow.
I was after I heard about that game, I was thinking of you immediately because of you in the off season, Hackett, and then Sean Payton. I know you were all in on that game.
Yes.
And I know the Eagles have not lost yet, but last year, years past, they were dominating teams. They were the ones, they just look good, but they're sneaking games out right now. They're not like, and a win is a win regardless, but they are just, their wins aren't very convincing right now.
But a win, like you said, Josh, a win's a win. Like the Chiefs don't look very convincing.
But quality of wins, when it comes to power rankings, quality of wins do matter.
But power rankings don't mean shit when you're in the playoffs.
No, they don't. But if you're edging teams up right now, power rankings matter. I think here's the thing. 49ers, clear and above the best team in the NFC right now, in my opinion.
Who?
49ers.
Yeah.
Eagles, I think the Cowboys can compete with the Eagles. I don't think the Cowboys
I don't think the Eagles are number 2.
I don't think the Cowboys can compete with the Eagles or the 49ers.
I don't think the Eagles are number 2 in the conference right now. You're gonna be surprised.
You think Detroit?
Old bucket of old rockhead, old moron over there in Detroit. I don't know what they're doing in Detroit. I was not a believer.
They're buying in.
I was not buying in. I'm all in. I'm all in on Detroit. I think they're fun. I think
they're fun now.
They're everything you said they were going to be. Yes, Josh, people can change. Okay, I changed. All right, I changed. I'm all in on Detroit. I think they're fun. I think they're cool. I think they're winning games they shouldn't be winning, but they should be winning. If that makes sense. Does that make sense, Josh?
Yeah.
I think there's a real chance that this team goes deep in the playoffs, and they might be hosting a divisional round game, maybe a conference. I don't know. It's just so wild to me. What's up with the threes? Anyone watching the games? What's up with the threes? Why were they holding the threes? What does that mean?
What are the Lions game?
Yeah, everyone was holding like a piece of paper that had 3 on it. What was going on? No one knows.
Is that Jameson?
No, they wouldn't be celebrating that bum coming back. What? I don't know what that was, but everyone was wearing number 3. Dolphins thirsty. What was that? It was crazy. I did enjoy them just running down the field without even Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like they were down a man. That trick play that San Francisco somehow stole. Did you see that, Josh? Did you see San Francisco run that trick play that Detroit ran like 6 hours earlier?
No.
Josh, what do you do on Sunday? Do you watch football?
I do watch football. I watched the Miami Dolphins game.
Were the Phillies on?
No, the Phillies weren't on. I watched the Miami Dolphins game.
Was the who's that? Savannah Bananas? Were they on?
No. I was watching the Miami Dolphins game, and then I watched the Eagles game. And then I also spent time with my daughter. We played t-ball, we played soccer, things like that.
So on Sundays, my kids don't exist. I'm just gonna say that they don't exist.
Well,
I watch Red Zone all day.
So my birthday was Saturday, so I ran a 5K, and basically we had
ran a 5K.
Yeah.
What's your time? What time?
Oh,
what was
bad.
your time?
So I get shin splints, so I like ran for a mile and then I walked the rest of it. I came in under an hour for sure.
5K is 3 miles, Josh.
Yeah, I know. I had to walk.
Okay. Okay.
I'm making the goal of next year. So I know I can run a little over a half mile without my shins locking up on me.
Gotcha.
So I'm getting into the gym. I'm going to keep pushing myself, and be able to run the 5K no problem next year.
I'm in it with you, Josh. I don't run. I don't do cardio.
But yeah, I don't either. But my goal is to be under a half hour on the 5K. So
I love it. Goals. Josh, if you want to read my TB12 book, I can ship it to you. You can learn the TB12 way like I did. You can get healthy, you can get fit. If you need it. Anyone in the chat too, I can give you tips. I learned from Trevor Harris, friend of the show. No avocado ice cream yet. I didn't try it yet.
No, you haven't?
Nah. I haven't, man. What do you want from me? I'm just an average Joe. I drink these generic protein shakes I get from Aldi. That's what I do.
From Aldi.
That's what I do. Yeah. I haven't had a solid piece of food since Wednesday. Since last Wednesday. I have not had a solid piece of food since last Wednesday. It's miserable.
Yeah. Is it miserable?
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm losing. I'm not going to joke. I've lost 15 pounds since my surgery.
Wow.
Yeah. It's awful. It's been 4 days.
Is it awful or is it good?
No, I'm losing when I brush my teeth, my freaking shoulders used to pop like, oh shit, I'm the Rock. But now when I brush my shoulders.
But wait till you get healthy again and you start working out and you do it even more healthier. They're going to pop even more now.
There we go. Thanks for the motivation, Josh.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I was going to get back in the gym today, but I asked my friend, I said, hey man, should I go to the gym today? He's like, do you want to not recover? I'm like, bitch, my teeth they hurt. My muscles need to grow. And then I looked up what happens if you go work out after your surgery. It's bad things could happen. You could die. So I didn't go to the gym.
Die. I don't think you were going to die. I don't think you were going to die.
You could. No. Let me tell you something. Have you had IV? Have anyone in the chat had IV anesthesia? IV.
I've never been put under.
So this girl, she's awesome, by the way. She goes, all right, let me see.
Anesthesiologist? Is she an anesthesiologist?
I can't say that word. So she puts it right here.
You know how much they make?
A lot.
Yeah.
And she goes, she tries to put it in here, right? And it freaking breaks, doesn't work. So then she goes on my wrist.
I mean, do you know what that means, right?
I'm too strong. My muscles.
No, it does not mean that. It means you don't drink enough water.
Bullshit.
You need to drink more water.
I'll tell you what, they told me not to drink water since midnight the night, so I didn't have water for 12 straight hours. Anyway, so then I tried to put it right here.
Palpate your veins?
No, she said my veins are awesome. Then they end up putting it here on my thing right here. And she goes, all right. And she goes, the doctor's going to come in to see you soon. And the doctor comes in, he goes, hey, Mr. Kimmel. Hey, are you ready to get the surgery done?
Did he smack you on your hand?
No.
Oh, I thought
I said, yes. And then literally don't remember a damn thing. The last thing I said was yes. And I woke up and my friend They wake me up and like my mouth is all numb, and they put this giant ice pack on my face,
Yeah.
and they lift me up, put me in a wheelchair, and apparently I was hitting on my dental assistant.
Yeah, there
Apparently,
you go.
that's what my friend
Apparently.
said.
No way. You would never do that.
And then it was fun times, man. I was talking shit about Taylor Swift. I didn't want you to hear
Jeez.
that, yeah, but it's okay.
Why would you talk about Taylor Swift? So, speaking of Taylor Swift,
Speaking of Taylor Swift,
did you hear Mama Kelsey? What she
no,
said?
what'd she say?
They in an interview they asked her, "So what do you think about Taylor Swift?" And she like straight face, she's like, "Oh, she's okay," and just kind of like gave a look of like, not the biggest fan.
I mean, are you surprised?
No. So this was my thought. Why are you, as Taylor Swift, bringing in 13, 14 people into this suite? Like, why? You should not be doing that. Like, this is Mama Kelsey's suite. Let her, she's used to having it almost to herself, enjoying her time. You're bringing this noise into the suite. You're Taylor Swift. Go get your own suite. Let Mama Kelsey have her room, her environment that she's used to, and you do your own thing over here. That's my thought process on it.
We do have an answer of what the threes stand for. Third down signs, Hungry Howie's. Thanks, Dolphins Thursday.
Like the
Always
pizza,
fun.
Hungry
Yeah.
Howie's pizza.
Yeah. They gave it. Like when Dex Energy is a big Amalie
Yeah.
arena for Lightning. We get like everything's presented by Dex Energy.
Okay.
So they put that for third down. So that's smart. I didn't know that. Cool.
Ooh.
The more you know. The
Oh
more you know.
no. 4-3 game Phillies.
Nobody cares about in the chat. If you're watching baseball, let me know. I need to know if anyone's watching baseball over Monday Night Football. I would love to know because I doubt anyone is, even baseball fans.
I am.
Let me ask you this, Josh.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys regular season.
Dallas Cowboys are going to take over everything.
Okay.
Yep.
Dolphins Thursday's watching the baseball game.
Yep.
Base-
See?
Baseball could be fun. It could
Baseball
be
is fun. Baseball is fun. This is a big moment right now for Phillies, for the
Break it
Braves.
down. Break it down. What's happening?
4-3 game. Phillies are 1-0 lead. They're bringing in their relief pitcher. It's the bottom of the seventh.
Greg Maddox coming
one
in.
out. We have, I believe, Alvarez coming out to pitch. It should be like Braves need to win this game. Like if they don't win this game, it's not looking good for them at all. And they are, again, probably the best team in baseball. Like Orioles might have the best record, but I think the Braves are the best team in baseball.
You keep saying best this, best that. Like, does it really matter when it comes down to a game? Because a lot of number one seeds go down.
Yeah.
If you're the number one seed and you're the best team, it doesn't mean you're
Phillies took
always going
them.
to win.
They were really good last year. Phillies took them down. There were a lot of fans, and I'm saying my good friend is a Braves fan, and he said they were going to sweep the Phillies. Well, obviously they're not doing that.
Obviously.
I haven't heard from him. I put in the group chat that he said that they were going to sweep. I'm like, oh, looks like they're not sweeping today.
I gotta tell Dolphins Thirsty a funny story about my Red Sox experience one time.
I went to a Red Sox game this year.
Before he goes, can I tell him a story?
Yeah, go ahead.
One time, so I was a huge, back in the day, I know you're not going to believe it, big Rays fan. I went to 20, 25 games. Josh has heard the story.
Yeah.
Rays games nonstop, always at the Trop. Always
Him and his brother would go there and during batting practice.
Yeah, batting practice, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, Manny Ramirez was batting. I told the story on this show a million times, but it's my favorite baseball story. Batting, in batting practice, and we would catch the balls and we would taunt the little kids because we were assholes, like teenagers, right? 18, 19, whatever.
I don't know why you're getting past tense, but yeah.
we would catch the fly balls. We wouldn't give them to the kids. We'd throw them back on the field during batting practice. And one time, we caught the ball from Man Ram. Right, my brother did. I didn't. I was never good at catching the ball or tracking it. I would like do this, but then I would act like I'm going to catch it, but kind of veer away. Oh, I mistimed it, whatever. But I knew I wasn't going to catch it because I'm a coward. But my brother's really good at it, and he caught it. And then a kid was right next to him, and he's a Red Sox fan. My brother took the fucking ball and chucked it, one-hopped it to second base from right field in the stands. Keith Folk at the time
Yeah.
Remember him? Noodle arm, old noodle arm,
Yeah.
Dolphins thirsty. He goes, "Hey, what'd you do that for?" Blah 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 blah. He starts yelling at us. My brother's like, "You're just jealous. I got a better arm than you fucking bum." And then, Keith Folk called us a clown and we're idiots. And mind you, we had our face painted, race colors, right?
Gee.
Rays were like the worst team of all time at that point of our life. Either way, Keith Folk got another ball and handed it to the kid next to us, and we're assholes. That's my Red Sox story. Fuck the Red Sox. I'll never apologize for that moment.
Here's the thing.
Never.
Fenway is it's one of the smallest stadiums I've ever seen, but I can just imagine a playoff atmosphere at that stadium is unlike any other venue experience out there. I would love to go to a playoff game in Fenway and just experience that. Like you walk into Fenway and you're walking into just an alley of party. That's basically what it is. They have an alley that they have music playing. You can go grab beers, you can grab anything you want and just party down this alley. You walk to the right, you're walking into the stadium, and it's just you feel as soon as you're in that stadium, you feel like you're on the field. It's unreal.
It's on my list of places I want to go. I've only been to one baseball stadium in my life. It's the Tropicana Field. I couldn't imagine watching baseball outside. It seems miserable. But then again, I live here and it's miserable every day. So seriously, like just thinking about
you've gone to like what's it called?
Spring training?
Oh, why is my wife like screaming, yelling right now?
Yeah, I've been to spring training. It's miserable.
Yeah.
It's miserable. It's one of the worst
also
experiences
middle
of
of
my
summer.
life. Yeah, you have to pay me to go to spring training games. I'm not going, period, any kind of sporting event outside. Raymond James, Bucks, not doing it. Dolphins games, I'm just not doing it, man.
I really hate that my wife is like downstairs watching it live as I'm streaming it up here, and she just cheered. Okay, there we go. I found out what she cheered for.
I'm watching Peyton Manning in a hoodie.
Yeah.
I'm watching a real sport, Josh. I'm watching football. Football rules. Football rules my life.
Yeah.
But seriously, so you're right.
Oh,
Fenway.
Shit.
What happened? Oh
no.
Hit the ball.
The pitcher from the Braves, the one that he sucked and gave up 4 runs. You literally watched his mouth say "fuck you" to the to the umpire, like yelling it.
That's what we're cheering. That's the exciting thing that happens in baseball.
No, we struck
that
him
right
out.
There gets me going.
We struck him out, but like he just comes over top of the dugout and just yells at the. I'm shocked he didn't get kicked out.
Shocked, yeah, because baseball umpires are soft. They're soft as I am.
They are soft. They're marshmallowy, yeah, for sure.
They really are. That's another reason why I hate baseball. You can't do anything. You argue against an umpire, they just toss you out like it's nothing. They think they're the show. I can't stand baseball, man. I don't know why people watch it, but hey, that's what you guys like. Yes, I don't know.
Is the game's currently on? What's happening in the game?
Oh, the Packers game? Not much of anything. Just they're going back and forth. Jaden Reed just caught a ball, but
what's Josh Jacobs doing?
I am not watching, but I'm beating you in fantasy. Just want to let you know
I'm sure you are. I don't really pay attention to that league.
You should. It's our fantasy league. It's our FinStock Sports Network league.
Have I signed anybody like off free agency?
You put Jonathan Taylor in your lineup first off, so don't act like you're not paying attention. I did put Jonathan Taylor in my lineup. And then last week you were bragging about beating Bobby, so don't act like you don't care. You were bragging about beating Bobby. I don't pay
attention. I really don't pay attention.
Oh, you're just like dirtbag.
Pay attention.
Dave.
No,
you're just like dirtbag Dave. I don't even care.
Look,
like when the Vikings lose.
This is my app right here. You don't see. I have to scroll over to the right in order to get to.
I see Facebook.
Sleeper.
Who goes on Facebook? You boomer. You're younger than me, and you still use Facebook. You still use Facebook, and you're like what? 32?
I'm in a real fantasy league. Yahoo.
Oh. Yahoo's ridiculous.
And by the way, I beat my wife this week. She sucks.
Clip that, Bobby. If you I clipped it. Get this guy out of here. Man. I can't do business with him anymore. Beating his wife. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I saw something on the It's gonna be the last question. Last topic.
Is it gonna be your last question?
Yeah, my last topic. Our last topic. I'm making it a point. I saw this on ESPN today. On a clip. I don't watch ESPN, but I saw a clip on Twitter that's going around where somebody on Good Morning Football or Good Get Up and Go. I don't know.
Yeah. Mike
Greenberg and a bunch of other clowns were like, oh, if Mac Jones because Mac Jones was the pick. That's who they wanted in San Francisco.
Yeah.
If Mac Jones would be there, he'd be better than Brock Purdy. And I'm laughing. I'm literally laughing at this comment. Now, let me ask you this. Has ESPN gone down so downhill that they need to just lie and make shit up and just do shit just to get people to watch nowadays? Because that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
This has been going on for years. Are you kidding me?
I don't watch ESPN. I don't know.
I don't watch ESPN either. And I stopped watching ESPN back in 2006 when I was like, I can't watch this anymore because you will literally say anything to get ratings.
Here's what I think about, and this is no slight against podcasters and people like us because we do a podcast and get like, whatever. ESPN has become a podcast.
It has.
That no one gives a fuck about. Nobody gives it credibility. I have just as much credibility as those guys because they say nothing and it means nothing. Yeah. I say nothing. And
they just have the backing of ESPN.
Yes. That's what it is now, right? It's just, they're just a podcast on a bigger platform.
If I had the time and the space to devote all my time into just watching football and figuring things out about football, I would be better than 98% of those people on TV. Like the couple people, Mina Kimes, she does an amazing job. Like she's amazing. Like she really does.
Let me ask you, let me tell you something. Yeah. I'm not discrediting her at all.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is. I've heard the name many times. Yeah. I've never ever seen. I don't know who she is. Congrats on Mina Kimes being awesome though. I heard she's great.
Yeah, she really is.
But I don't know who she is.
She's started off, I want to say, with what's that show? Around the Horn. Not Around the Horn. Is Around the Horn the one with
I don't know. Let me ask you this. If Mina Kimes was on NFL Network, would she be a superstar?
Yes.
Or is she already a superstar? Because I've never heard of her. I've never heard of her name. Put her on Good Morning Football. Get rid of this terrible person who's on now. She's awful. Whoever that girl is, she's awful. Yeah.
I don't know if she would be that. She's not a host. She's not a host.
All right.
But her knowledge of the game and the content she puts out there is well above the basic knowledge that they're trying to put out with ESPN and things of that nature.
Who's your favorite analysis person on that talks about football? Not play-by-play, not Chris Collinsworth, not Alma. A guy who's on TV, whether it be NFL Network, ESPN, CBS.
That's hard.
Who's your favorite person to watch? Because I have one.
I think Mina Kimes is up there. It's hard to say because I don't really watch it. Like I haven't watched in a long time. I would have to say Mina Kimes is probably my favorite national analyst out there.
Okay.
She's really good.
I think mine's Kyle Brandt. He's not really an analyst.
Yeah, Kyle Brandt is more of I don't like the.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, no, he's entertaining. I'll say that. If you're going for entertainment, Kyle Brandt's right there. I don't know if he the things that come out of his mouth all the time aren't always true. And
no, would you count Dan Patrick as an analyst?
I wouldn't. I think rather than an analyst,
he's just a radio host.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's the best at getting.
He's the best interviewer. He's the best interviewer out there.
Yeah. He can get people to say things that they normally wouldn't, and that's the art of a beautiful.
I don't know. You think about. I don't listen to PMT anymore. Part of my take because I just banned Barstool, but I think those guys, PMT and Big Cat, those guys got. When I did listen to them, they got anything out of anyone. They got guys. They got Joe really Buck to loosen up. Yeah. They were really great, but I stopped listening because they're just a trash network. But
yeah.
It is what it is.
I do think Pat McAfee does a really good job, and he does it on the entertainment side, but he also really puts good content out there.
He also makes everything about himself. If you noticed, he always puts himself over before anyone else.
Yeah.
Which people are getting tired of his act. I kind of am too. I'm kind of over the McAfee train.
Yeah.
Now I see him on WWE. I see him on college football. I see him on. I'm just over Pat McAfee, but I get the allure.
I think McAfee still feels like he is still trying to make it.
He's not. He's made it.
I know, but I still feel like he's fighting like he's still trying to make it. He's got that punter mentality of I can be gone tomorrow. And I still feel like he doesn't realize that he's made it. He's still trying to fight to truly make it. So
I dig it. Let's wrap it up. Watch
Yeah,
your Phillies game,
definitely.
and let's watch some college. Or we're watching professional football.
But anyway, make sure to like and follow us. We are Monday, 8 o'clock every Monday Eastern. Josh Kimmel, OUS, Josh Wingate 302. Follow us at Mugs and Balls, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And on the same platforms, make sure to follow us, Fins Talk Sports Network. Any last words before we get out of here?
Yes, this is serious.
Yeah.
Imagine a world with no borders, no countries. Be fucking awesome, man. That's it.